Good afternoon, everyone. In today's video, we are continuing to monitor the two winter storms that will be impacting much of the eastern United States this weekend into next week. This is the 12Z GFS of what we're looking at right now around midday of Wednesday, and as you can see, we do have a low pressure out west with some snow happening across Nevada. This system will continue to move east throughout the rest of this week. As we get to around midday of Thursday, we can see some heavy snow across portions of New Mexico. This continues to move east and bring some snow to Kansas and northern Oklahoma. But as we head here into Friday, the snow and the rain kind of splits, and this low pressure is pretty far south, as you can see, and this is what's going to make it a nor'easter type system, bringing some freezing rain over here to Virginia and North Carolina, and as well as Illinois, Missouri, and Indiana. You guys could see some snow showers on early Saturday. Ohio, Pennsylvania could definitely see some snow as well from this. Freezing rain could continue throughout the Saturday, and that could bring threats like power outages, tree damage, very slick roads as well. That could cause some big issues down there in Virginia and North Carolina. Let's move forward. We do see a moment of pretty heavy snowfall as it goes over the Washington, D.C. area. And this low pressure kind of makes it offshore. You can see still some moderate snowfall that will continue throughout the overnight hours of Saturday into Sunday. And that may bring some up to 6 inches of snow maybe. But from yesterday, the models have changed a little bit on this, and it doesn't look as powerful as the models were once telling it. But as you can see, there will be some snow after, some lake effect snow maybe for those lake effect areas. But then this is the main system, the one that you saw in the thumbnail, and this will be starting up as early Monday. So this is literally right after the system, the nor'easter system, and already some very heavy snow across Kansas throughout Monday morning. Nebraska, eastern Colorado could see some heavy snow as well, and this heavy snow will continue. We could be talking over an inch, even 2 inches per hour in some places. So I wouldn't be surprised to see some blizzard warnings if this exact scenario would go down. Again, this is going to be 132 hours out from now, so this is not too far out from now, but things will change, especially with the GFS model. As you can see, we'll see some heavy rainfall as well across the southeast, and just a very large band of moderate to heavy snowfall that's going to continue throughout Monday night into Tuesday morning. And as you can see, that we already have a slight risk for severe weather across the south for the system. And as you can see there's that 15% chance for severe weather for day 6, which will be for Monday, January 8th. Well, this is actually going to be from Monday morning to Tuesday morning. So this will be in effect for the overnight storms as well. Coming back to the GFS model of where we were at, you can see very heavy snowfall that will continue on the western side of this low pressure system. As it heads northward, you're going to start to see that heavy rainfall start to turn into pretty heavy snowfall across Pennsylvania. That'll be very wet snowfall as that transitions into that snow. But again, some more blizzard-like conditions could be on the west side of this low pressure system as this moves northeast. Then Michigan starts to see it. Wisconsin could see some snow as well, and this could definitely be an intense line of severe thunderstorms from Tuesday into Wednesday that will be panning across the southeast, and then very heavy snowfall, very wet snowfall across the northeast as we head into Wednesday morning. Then this quickly kind of moves out of the area with some lake effect snow behind it as that low pressure system kicks back some eastern winds that'll bring that lake effect snowfall across Buffalo and upstate New York. Now here's those total snowfall amounts so far from the GFS model. Again, this will change as we are just under a week out, so it still has a bunch of time for the snowfall totals to change. I'll keep you updated as we post more videos. As you can see, starting over here in northeastern New Mexico, we could be talking upwards of 16 inches of snow for the 10-1 ratio. Again, in localized areas, you could see either less or more snowfall. So this is just a general idea of what these areas could see. But more of these pinkish areas, you're going to see upwards of 8 inches of snowfall, upwards of 10 inches of snowfall. And then the more redder magenta colors, you're going to get more of upwards over a foot of snowfall, maybe even upwards of 18 inches of snowfall in these areas. And then in this kind of tan orangish area, potentially an upwards of 2 feet or more, as we will just see multiple different snow bands heading across this area. That's going to rack up those snowfall totals. And then through here, central Missouri, you could see upwards of 20 inches, even of 2 feet of snowfall in some of those more localized spots. And this heads up through the Chicago area according to this GFS model. Again, this will change depending on the path and the amounts. This will change throughout the week as we get closer to this event. But the Chicago area could see upwards of a foot of snowfall, even more. Again, depending on the scenario. Heading through central Michigan, could potentially see upwards of a foot of snowfall as well. More of those pinkish colors, only seeing around 8 inches of snow. Indiana and Ohio, this could be kind of a wild card snow event for Indiana and Ohio. But maybe in some spots, you could see upwards of 8 inches of snowfall, while some areas could only see like a dusting up to 1 or 2, maybe 3 inches of snow. So it really depends, and these snow totals will be very preliminary until we get closer to the event early next week. But looking at the Northeast again, and this is including the upcoming snow event for this weekend and early next week's snowfall totals. So as you can see, with both of those snowstorms heading through the Northeast, we could see an upwards of 18 to 20 inches of snow and more of those redder magenta colors. And over here in upstate New York, again, upwards of 2 feet of snowfall is possible for upstate New York. Heading down here closer to Manhattan, which could see an upwards of 8 inches of snow. Connecticut and Massachusetts seeing quite a bit of snow as well, upwards of a foot, maybe upwards of 2 feet in some localized areas. Massachusetts, majority of Massachusetts, according to the GFS model, is seeing upwards of a foot of snowfall, and again 2 feet in localized areas. Vermont and New Hampshire, again, seeing over a foot of snowfall possible, and the majority of Maine also seeing upwards of a foot of snow as well from both of those systems. Look at the European model, high resolution, and this is the 12Z run from the Euro, and as you can see, we're seeing similar scenarios here, and upwards of 2 feet of snowfall through the Northeast, while we are seeing definitely less focused areas from the Euro model for the secondary winter storm that will be going over the Midwest, which again, more localized spots could see an upwards of a foot or even upwards of 16 inches of snow. But the Euro model has most of this heavy snowfall over the borders of Iowa, Illinois, and Missouri, which could potentially see upwards of 18 to even 20 inches of snow. So again, we have multiple scenarios that will be happening. Only one scenario is going to happen. This is only giving you an idea, and this will change as we get closer to the event. But the Euro model has that system, more of that heavy snowfall, more to the northeast, while the GFS model has a lot of that heavy snowfall to the south. And here we're looking at some of those freezing rain totals for this potential ice storm that will be happening across Virginia in western North Carolina, potentially up to 1/4 of an inch of ice over here in western North Carolina, very close to the Charlotte area. So Charlotte, I wouldn't be surprised if Charlotte does see some slick roads from this, and we could potentially see some bigger, thicker ice over here in Virginia, and upwards of 1/2 inch of ice. That'll definitely cause power outages and tree damage with that amount of ice. A little bubble there, and this is not really exact, but it gives you an idea of what we might see from this storm that's going to be heading over Virginia, West Virginia, North Carolina, which could see a lot of the ice from the nor'easter type storm. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss a single upload or live stream on the channel discussing these 2 winter storms. Like the video, I'd very much appreciate it, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe.